Well, Sheronda,
hmm
can you introduce yourself?
Okay, I am Sheronda, obviously, and I am an educator for 22 plus years. I worked in child care development. I've been let's see, CDA instructor. I'm a mother. I'm a fur mom. I am a wife. I travel and I love to travel. I love to read. I like to enjoy life. I
Mm-hmm.
love people and I love to serve.
Mm-hmm. Love it, love it,
hmm
love it. So you attended the summit 2025.
hmm
Where were you in your life back then before saying yes to the summit 2025?
I was stuck. I was
Mm.
stuck in control. I had
Mm-hmm.
a huge control issue. And I also was stuck with the heaviness of people.
Mm-hmm.
It was the weight of people and betrayal of people that I also was trying to navigate what I needed to do in order to progress in life.
Mm-hmm. So if you can describe or say what that mountain, if you can identify that mountain, what would that challenge of that mountain look like that was facing you that you had to climb?
It was the mountain of
Mm-hmm.
heaviness of the weight of control over trying to make sure that everything was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that I'm not perfect, only he is perfect, but I was trying to even struggle with him to
Mm.
be in that place of control.
So you tried to get ahead of God
I did.
sometimes.
Sometimes, most of the time.
Most of the time. Oh,
And
you
it
wanted to
did.
be the leader
Yes, I wanted to
and
be the
him follow
leader
you.
and him follow me.
Mm.
But and again, I would pray, but I still would try to get ahead of him
Yeah.
because he was working too slow for me.
Wow. So here's what I hear you even saying too. You talking about perfection,
hmm
control, impatience. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then the betrayal and the weight of people.
hmm
That's a lot to climb.
It was.
That's a lot to climb.
It was a lot.
And so that's what kept you stuck.
Yes.
Stuck. Yeah. Um, when you look at and remember the summit, what impacted you the most?
What impacted me the most was, I'll give you a example. The first day, I was on my way traveling
Oh.
to the actual event, and I thought the event was in one location. My GPS sent me in a whole nother direction. But on my way there was a street named Michele. And I looked up and I knew it was ordained that I had to be at the summit because it was just confirmation. You're going to get something there,
Mm-hmm.
and it is right there that you need to be. And I'll be honest, I had no idea what the summit was, but I know from past experiences,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you speak, there's revelation. You open up my eyes to see something in a whole nother different perspective than I've always or have heard it before. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew at that time I wanted to cry. I was in control because I had set my alarm clock that I was going to be there on time. And there was that control part again that I'm going to be there. And then I was late. And so that frustrated me even more. And then there
Mm.
was, Holy Spirit said, there you are. You're trying to control things again. But when I
Mm.
walked in, everybody was just sitting. No one was up doing anything. The conference hasn't even started, or I wouldn't even say a conference, the experience. It hadn't even started yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to engage just like everyone else, and everybody else was looking like, hey, welcome. And I'm like, I thought I was late, and I'm still trying to gather my stuff. And even
Mm-hmm.
then, it took me about 30 minutes
To
for
settle.
me to just settle down
Yeah.
because I still felt that struggle within me to like, no, I had this under control. I knew I was supposed to be here and
Mm-hmm.
I was going to be here on time and I was going to be here when everything got started. But no, it's in my control. I'm
Yeah.
controlling this. And you got here
Yeah.
when I decided for you to be
Yeah.
here.
I definitely remember that moment. We took a break and you told me that exact story. And I actually didn't even believe that that would happen in that manner, but it was a lesson before the gathering.
Right.
That was the area that I needed to put my finger on.
hmm
That control. And when he took you out of control, you knew why you was on Michelle Boulevard and getting to the
Exactly.
summit, right?
Exactly.
To work on that specifically. Don't you love the Lord?
I do. I love how he works. And he works with me in a different way so that I can understand because me and him have a whole nother different job there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So share with me, what was one of your greatest revelations and breakthrough while you were there at the summit?
While I'm climbing, that sometimes I'm going to have to be alone in this process.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be obstacles along the way.
Mm-hmm.
As I get higher, there's going to be people that fall off because, like I said, there was other things like weight of people. Because I love to serve, but sometimes people put you in a place where they feel like you must serve them
Mm.
because I've done it so long. And then there's the expectations of, no, Sharonda's going to do this. Sharonda's going to do this. Even I had another girlfriend said, but Sharonda's going to be here and she's always on time. And I
Mm.
stopped allowing what people say and what people do to dictate who I am.
So good.
And when I let that go, I started feeling better. The release started coming. I mean, just lifting off of my shoulders. Yes, it gets lonely because then some people start thinking, oh, you're better than me.
Mm.
Or she's acting funny. No,
Mm-hmm.
honey, I'm leaving the weight off of me and I'll keep climbing higher as I speak to him and he's downloading to me.
Mm-hmm. So good.
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking to you recently, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have the conversation is that I think a couple weeks, maybe a month ago, you actually took a trip to Arizona
Mm-hmm.
and you did what?
Climbed a mountain.
Share with me what that experience was like.
I took a like I said, I took a trip to Arizona just out of spur of the moment, just out of whim. Like I said, I love to travel. And when I got there, it was the experience of, okay, you can climb a mountain. And there were 7 different paths that they give you on the map that you can travel, whether you walk up or you do the rugged route or you do a flat plane, whatever it was. And my driver that picked me up said, well, how are you going to travel? And I said, I don't know. I haven't decided yet because the old Sheronda would have already had it planned out before she left Orlando or what she's going to do, her itinerary from day to day and from minute to minute. And I literally sat there in that truck and I said, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get out the truck. As soon as I figured out the truck, I said, I'm going to climb up and I'll take the trolley back down. And he said, the whole 8 miles? I said, yeah, I'll do it.
So good.
On my way up, there were so many different downloads that the Holy Spirit was just downloading to me. And I literally stopped at one point and just started crying and worshiping him. And
Mm-hmm.
as I worshiped him, he continued to download at every milestone, at every milestone. And at one point, I literally missed a milestone. And you know why? Because I took my eyes off. I started looking, instead of me looking up, I was getting fatigued and I was getting hot. And I was like, oh, I should have started at 6 with everybody else. But I was like, oh, and I started looking down and I missed the mark that was on the left hand side. Biggest day as all the other marks, but I missed it because I started looking down at my feet just to try to keep going because I didn't want to stop and I knew I'm not going to stop. And I almost did. The enemy started tricking me because he was like, you're out here by yourself. You have no more reception. You can't even call anybody. And I was like, okay, Holy Spirit, the only thing I can do is call on Jesus and talk to you. And that's what it is. When you get where there's no one else, that's the only person that you need to talk to. And he's going to still direct you. And I literally wanted to quit because there was only one guy that trotted in front of me. And then he went around a curve and I couldn't see him anymore. But then I guess he came back around and I said, okay, he's still going. There's still room. I still got to go. But then I missed him for probably about another 2 or 3 minutes. And then I see him come back. And I was like, oh, I guess he decided he was going to come back. But when I went around and I was like, should I stop? Should I just wait and just wait for the trolley to come back? I kept going, and that's when I saw the end mark.
So good.
But I wanted to get up. The enemy started tricking me. Oh, you don't even know how far you've gone. You don't even know that you're almost there. And if I would have given up right there,
You'd have missed
I
it.
would have missed it.
Yeah. So good.
Yes.
So good. So even your experience climbing the mountain, were any of the nuggets that you learned at the summit, did it help you to connect those 2 pieces,
Yes.
those 2 experiences together?
Yes. The perseverance, the climbing of the height, don't look down. Continue that there is going to be a level where there aren't going to be as many people around you.
Yes.
It's going to be hard.
Yes.
And And I love that because it started connecting and I saw it in the spirit. I saw it in the natural and I was like, oh, okay. I had it. It was put together. And for God and our relationship, he has to do that for me where I have to actually experience it for me to grasp the whole thing. And a year later, climbing an actual mountain.
Wow.
Well, then I was climbing this mountain in my head and didn't know how to navigate out. And I was almost there and wanted to give up. And I came to the summit not knowing anything about what it was. And I saw your flyer. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sign up. I don't know what it is, but I know when I get there, there's going to be experience. I know there's going to be something that's going to impact me and change me for the better. So I had no idea. I didn't reach out to you or anyone else. I honestly, I didn't even read. I didn't even read your email. I just said, I'm just going to show up. And whatever it is, it is.
So good. So good. And so one thing as we kind of come to a descent, talking about the mountain, if you can say the one thing that's showing up in your life now that wasn't there before to give you or to become the woman that you are now a year later, what would it be?
I would say just release it. Literally, just release it to allow him to take control. If anybody is struggling with that capacity of, I need to make sure that everything is lined up from A to Z, just release it to him. Talk to God about it. There is no deep prayer that you need to go into. Just literally have a conversation because we have a conversation every morning on my way to work. And he will direct you. He's going to put you in a place that you're supposed to be, even if it's on Michele Boulevard or at the summit or on the mountain, wherever it is, he's going to make sure that you're there to hear the word that you need to hear.
Wow. You went from an experiential mountain to an actual mountain, which bring the whole experience full circle. Super proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.